Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we are going to discuss about falling bodies. Okay, the name is self-explanatory itself. We have a body. If you leave it, it will fall. So this is a falling body. Okay. Now, in physics, we are going to specially study about the motion of the falling bodies. Okay. While it is falling, we will talk about certain characteristic of the motion of a falling body. Okay. Now, the first question that comes when you are talking about falling bodies is that why it is falling down? Can you answer?
Due to
Gravity.
gravity. Due to attraction
Gravity
of
pulls it.
gravity. Attraction of gravity. Yeah, gravity.
What is gravity?
When an object.
A force.
It is the attraction force between Earth and an object. And an object inside the Earth is called gravity.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So let us start from the very basic. Okay. The first
Okay.
concept that is actually gravitation. We all know about that famous incident of Newton, right? He was
Yeah. Yes.
and then he started thinking that why the apple fell down, why didn't it go up or it didn't go right or left. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sir, your voice volume is very low.
my volume, you cannot hear me properly?
Yes, we can, but it's so loud.
Low.
Yeah. Sometimes we can't, sir. It just go. It becomes low.
I don't know what is the issue. Okay, I will try to talk louder. Okay, no problem. So yeah, as I was saying, that Newton started thinking why the apple fell down, then he actually discovered the concept of gravitation. Okay, so gravitation is the attraction force between any two objects in the universe. Okay, in the whole universe, you know that there are uncountable number of objects, right? Million, billion, trillion number of objects. So what happens is Bijoy left and trying to, okay, no problem. So yeah, I was saying that any two objects, between them there is some attraction force. Okay, let us say we have an object A, we have an object B. Both of them are attracting each other. It will not be like that only A is attracting B or B is attracting A. No, both of them are attracting each other. Okay. So this is gravitation. From gravitation, we come to the concept of gravity. That is, if out of these two objects, one is Earth and any other object is there, so the attraction force between them, we will call it gravity. Okay, so Earth, definitely it will attract any other object in the universe. Okay, so that time it has been given a special name, gravity. Okay, so when I mention gravity, you have to understand that out of the two objects, one is Earth, another object is any other object that can be. Now, when we jump up, we do not keep going in the upward direction for forever. What we do, when we jump, we get to a certain height from the ground, and then again we come back on the ground. Why do we come back? Due to the gravity, because Earth is pulling us down. Now, the thing that I said, that between the two objects, both are attracting each other, both are applying force on each other. Okay. Now, hearing that, one of my friend asked a question. Okay, sir, if both the objects exert attraction force on each other, that means I am also attracting Earth. Sir said, yes, you are attracting Earth, because the attraction force that exists between you and Earth is not only exerted by Earth, you also exert a force, right? So then my friend asked, then when I jump, why I have to go towards the Earth? Why doesn't the Earth come towards me? Do you understand?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It happens.
Both are exerting force on each other. Why it will always happen that I am moving towards him, he's not coming towards me? Why it will happen like that? You have an explanation?
Yes, sir.
What you think? You don't have to be correct. Just share what you feel like. What might be the explanation?
Because Earth is bigger than our body, and
The gravitation force of Earth is much more larger than us.
than other objects. And Earth is also having other objects over it, so we attract the Earth
Yeah,
much
actually,
more.
it's a vast thing. Actually, we can't go
Yes.
towards it. It will take us towards it.
Yes.
Sir, Earth is floating in the space.
Yes, it is not
How?
floating. If you go to the space, you will also float.
Yeah,
Because
sir.
due
Nobody
to
can.
without
There
the
is no
gravitation.
gravitation.
Yeah.
I mean, gravity, we can say.
Then how it revolves around the sun correctly?
It is like, inshallah, we will talk about that how the moon also rotates around the earth, okay, and how the earth or other planets move around the sun. You can actually
Okay.
this way. If you have a rope, you hold one end of the rope in your hand and you tie a ball at the other end and you start rotating it. What will happen? The ball will have a circular motion, keeping your finger at the center.
Yeah.
Why it is in the
Yes.
circular motion? Why it is in the circular motion? Because I am holding it or I'm applying some force on the object and causing it to rotate, and I'm forcing it to be in a circular path, right? So definitely
Yeah.
the earth is also moving around the sun. Definitely the sun is holding a rope, right? But we cannot see the rope. It is an attraction, which is actually gravitation.
Who is holding the sun?
Hmm?
Who is holding the sun? Like how the sun also is in the space, how it floats.
Because there is, if there is an I have to talk about gravitational field. I think I'm being dragged away from the main topic that I wanted to discuss. Inshallah, no problem. What you do is I want to answer all of your questions actually, but also I need to focus on the topic that is given in the book. Okay, so that's why what I want you to do is, whatever you question regarding all these topics you have, whenever you come across any question which I cannot answer due to the time constraint during the class time, so you write it up. We will have so many free days. Okay, inshallah, that day we will be talking about this. These are very interesting topic. Okay, physics is very interesting. Inshallah, I hope you will feel the same way as we study physics. Okay, so how it floats, why it is moving around the earth or something, we will talk about that, inshallah. If I get the chance, I will explain one day how the moon was created. Okay, moon was actually a rock from the earth itself. It was a part of earth, then it got detached from the earth and started rotating around it. How it happened, inshallah, I will show you one video also if possible, and through that video I will explain it. These are very interesting. But okay,
Okay, sir.
what we are supposed to study today. Okay, so as I was saying, so when earth is attracting some other object, okay, what will happen? It is called gravity. Now let's come back to the question that my friend asked, that why the earth is not coming to me. Now let us say there is a very fat person. Okay, there is a very fat person. Okay, I'm not very good at drawing. Let us just assume that this is a person who is very fat, and
It's
there
okay, sir.
another person who is very thin. Okay, now
Okay, sir.
if I give them a rope, one end is held by this person and one end is held by this person. They both are pulling. You have played tug of war, right? So
Yes.
Yeah.
what do you think? Who will move from his place? Who will
The
be?
thin person.
The thin
The
person.
thin guy, because his circular mass is very slow and very not weighted.
And the fat person has more force.
Like Earth,
Yeah.
and this is like you. Earth has a greater mass than you, so the force he exerts on you is much more larger. If you remember, you have studied Newton's law of gravitation. There we studied the force is directly proportional to the product of the masses.
Yeah.
So if
Yes.
are bigger, then what will happen? The force will be bigger. So the force that is exerted by Earth on you is many times larger than the force that you apply on Earth. That is why what happens, you go towards the Earth doesn't come towards you. So the main reason is
Yeah.
the difference of mass. Okay, Earth has a higher mass. That is why the force he applies is much more greater than the force you apply on Earth, because your mass is, almost negligible compared to the mass of Earth. Okay. Okay. Then I hope you are already familiar to the term acceleration due to gravity. You know about it, right?
Yes, sir.
Acceleration due to gravity. Now, what is acceleration due to gravity? We learned about acceleration a couple of days ago, right? What was acceleration?
The rate of change of velocity in respective
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
is called
Yes.
acceleration.
change of velocity. Very good. That means the velocity will change. At what rate it is changing? That is
Yes.
Yes,
uh,
that is
That is
acceleration.
acceleration.
gravity. Now, this is ground. Let us say there is
Okay.
ball over here and I let it fall. Okay. When I was holding it, the velocity of this one was 0. That means it was at rest, it was not moving. As soon as I will
Yes,
start moving, that means it will gain some velocity. At what
Yeah.
rate the
yes,
velocity will be increasing? Right? As it will fall down, every second the velocity will be increasing. How much it will increase? That one we will try to know. This is time t is equal to 0. After time t is equal to 1 second, the body will have a velocity of 9.8 meter per second. How much the velocity increased from 0 to 9.8? It is 9.8. The amount of increase is 9.8. Then after 2 seconds, the body will have a velocity double to 9.8. So you can see that it was 0 into 9.8. That means the velocity was 0. Here it is 1 into 9.8. That means 0, 9.8. From there it increased to 1, 9.8. So the increase is 9.8. And again after 2 seconds, the velocity became 9.8 into 2. That means the velocity increased further 9.8. So if you don't understand this multiple thing, I can show you in this way that here it will be 19.6. Okay. So again, if in this 1 second, okay, in this 1 second, if you check how much the velocity increased, 19.6 minus 9.8, that will give you 9.8 again. Then again, after time t is equal to 3 seconds, the velocity will further increase. And now what will be the value? 27.4, most probably. Okay. And then if you subtract 19.6 from 27.4, you will see it is 9.8 again. That means in every second, the velocity is increasing by how much? 9.8.
9.8.
9.8 meters.
That is why it is the rate of increasing of velocity, which is known as acceleration due to gravity.
due to gravity.
Yeah.
The rate of increase of velocity. But why this acceleration is taking place? Due to gravity. Due to gravity.
Yeah.
Earth is applying a force on the object. That is why the velocity of this one is increasing. So what is that force? Gravity. Now due to gravity,
Yeah.
the velocity is increasing. If there was no gravity, then the body would have stayed over here at this condition only. It would not have ever moved, right? So the acceleration
Yeah.
that is generated here is due to the gravity. That is why it is called acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So we know that it has a value, it has a constant value of 9.81 meter per second square, but sometimes we write 9.8 also, okay? But this constant, this value is not actually fixed all over the earth. Even though we consider this one to be as a constant, but this is not fixed all over the earth. The minimum value for this one is 9.78 and the maximum value is 9.83. So we consider a middle value to be a fixed one. Okay. Now, why this changes? Let us try to talk about it. Okay. You know that we consider the Earth to be a sphere.
Yes, sir.
Consider this.
Sir, we can say there will be polar region and equator region, right? And then there will be changes like 9.78 and 9.81.
Yes, very good. You already studied about this, huh? Grade in grade 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Our memory a little bit. We consider that the Earth is a sphere like this. Okay. With equal radius in all direction. If this is the center, then the radius is r here, radius is r here, radius is r over here. But that is not the case actually. Earth is like an orange. Okay. If you just press this circle from top and bottom, what will happen? it will
It
become
will be like,
this,
yeah.
Yes.
right? আমরা বাংলাতে
Steady.
Yeah.
মাঝখান থেকে, ঠিক আছে, মাঝখানের পার্টটা একটু বড় হয়ে যাবে এবং এই পার্টগুলো একটু চেপে যাবে, রাইট? নাও if you
See.
Yes, sir.
radius here, this region is called actually the equatorial region. Do you know
Yeah.
an equatorial region?
No.
Because on earth, if you ever take a map of the earth, okay, you will see that at the middle there passes a line which is called equator. So the region around this line is known as equatorial region. 3 lines actually passes like this. Do you know? One is in the north hemisphere, that is called Cancer. Then in the middle it is equator, and in the southern hemisphere, I forgot the name. You should have studied this in BGS. Huh? I forgot the name that passes over. বাংলা এটাকে আমরা মকর ক্রান্তি রেখা বলি, আর ইংলিশে ওইটা ক্যান্সারের নাম হচ্ছে কর্কট ক্রান্তি রেখা। যাক, এগুলো তোমাদের এখন অনেক কঠিন মনে হবে। যাই হোক, ওকে। তো আমরা জাস্ট এটা বুঝি যে আর্থের মাঝামাঝি বরাবর একটা লাইন এভাবে পাস হয়, যে লাইনটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি চিন্তা কল্পনা করা হয় আর কি, ঠিক আছে? তো এই লাইনটার নাম হচ্ছে ইকুয়েটর, এবং এটার আশেপাশে যে রিজিয়নটা আছে সেটাকে বলা হয় ইকুয়েটোরিয়াল রিজিয়ন। আর উপরের পার্টটাকে বলা হয় নর্থ পোল, এবং নিচের পার্টকে বলা হয় সাউথ পোল। নর্থ পোল এন্ড সাউথ পোল, এবং দোনোটাকে একসাথে মেনশন করা হয় পোলার রিজিয়ন নামে। Polar region. Whenever I say polar region, you will understand I'm talking about these two places, North Pole and South Pole. Now you can see that equatorial region, in this region the radius is greater. If you start going up, the radius will start to become smaller, 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 and here at the North Pole it will be the smallest. Now if you keep on going, again it will become greater, 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 greatest at the equatorial region. Again if you keep going, it will become smaller, 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 and at the South Pole it will become the smallest again. That means the radius of Earth, which is generally considered to be as a constant value, it is not actually a constant. In the equatorial region the radius is bigger, and in polar region it is actually smaller. Now if you notice, the value of G is calculated from this equation, Gm divided by R square. I hope you are already familiar with this equation. So now here
Yes, sir.
is inversely proportional to G. What do we mean by inversely proportional? It means that if you increase the value of R, the value of G will decrease. Opposite relation. What I said? If you increase the value of R, the value of G,
The value of G will decrease.
the value of R is decreased, then the value of G, it will increase.
Increase. Yeah.
The value of G is closely related to the radius of Earth, right? The
Yes.
it depends on the radius of Earth. If the radius of Earth is changing, that means the value of G will also change. So as you can see, R, radius of Earth, it is represented by capital R. Okay. So as the radius is the greatest at the equatorial region, can you tell me what will be the value of G? It will be the highest or the lowest?
So lowest.
Lowest.
Yeah. Lowest.
Opposite relation.
Lowest.
Opposite relation. So where the value of R is highest, that is the equatorial region, at that place the value of G will be the lowest, which is actually written in your book. I can see.
So is it 9.78?
Yeah, 9.78 something. I only remember the first two decimal places. After that, I actually.
Yeah, we also use this much only in grade 8, sir. 9.7.
9.78. This is the value of G here.
Yeah.
Now you can see
Equator.
moving towards the polar region, so the value of R is decreasing. The value of R is
Yes.
decreasing, so the value of G will
Increase.
Increase.
from 9.7 it will start increasing, and at polar region, the value of r, the radius is the smallest. You see, the smallest radius. So the value of g will be the highest, right? So
Yeah.
what's the highest value?
Yes.
It is 9.83 something. Okay.
Yeah. This one.
There is a value which is considered 9.81 as the constant value. Now you might be asking, sir, we all know now that the value is different from place to place on earth. Then why we still consider it as a constant, and why we use in mathematics the value of g as 9.8?
Yeah, that's the question.
I cannot say for sure that at this place the value will be 9.8. I cannot say. Okay, so why do we use it that way? Now you see, it will be very inconvenient to do any calculation. Let us say I'm standing right here. I want to do a calculation. So I calculate the value of g standing for this position exactly. So I use it in my calculation. I step a little bit aside. Then what will happen? I moved from my position, right? So if I move from my position, the value of g has changed. I have to again calculate g, again then use it in my calculation. I go to school.
Yeah.
I have moved my position. I have changed my position. So again, the value of g will change. Again, I have to calculate and use in problem, right? So
Yeah.
avoid this complicacy in the problems. You know, every time if you have to calculate g first to use it somewhere to get the exact value, then it will take a lot of time, and this is a waste of time actually, because you can see the difference is not much. Even if it is 9.83 somewhere and you are using the value as 9.81, the difference is not that much significant. Okay, so the result, the outcome that you will get, it will not be that much of big error, right? So that is why we can actually save time. We can neglect this difference. Okay, and we can consider that the value of g is 9.8 everywhere and use it in our mathematical problem. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And you might be asking, sir, okay, 9.78, this is the value over here, and 9.83 is the value over here. So in between there is a place where the value of g is 9.81, the one we actually use. Which one is the place?
Yes.
That is the place called 45-degree latitude. Now, this is also something you are supposed to study in BDS, social, okay? In geography, there is a part geography, right? You know what is longitude and latitude over the earth?
Yeah,
So,
we have learned about it. I guess.
going from up, down, okay? Longitude, and there are some line horizontal, okay? Those are called latitude. So the value we have at 45-degree latitude, okay? You see, I will try to give you a little bit of idea. This is our earth, and this is the equatorial region. Okay, the equator, this line is called 0-degree line. Okay, now as you start moving up, you will see there are several other lines also, and all these lines have some degree assigned to it. Let us say this is 15-degree, this is 30-degree, this is 45-degree, and here at this point, it will be 90-degree. Why it is 90-degree? You can see, right? It is 90-degree. From 0-degree, you started rotating and you come here, it will be 90-degree, right? You are already familiar with
Yeah.
Yes.
So at 45-degree latitude, the value of g is found to be 9.806 something. So we consider that as 9.81. Okay, and this is the value that is used all over the earth. Whenever they are using the value of g in some mathematical problem. Okay. Acha, so you understood acceleration due to gravity?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in the equator, it will be 9.8, right? 81.
9.8 or 9.81. You can use both. No problem.
In
Anyone?
equator.
Okay, sir.
Meter per second square. The unit will be meter per second square because it is acceleration, right? Acceleration due to gravity.
Yes.
Okay. Now, our next topic is to study about the laws of falling bodies. We have only 2 minutes time.
2 minutes.
I will discuss about the laws later. Let me just introduce the person who actually invented the laws. His name is
Yes.
Galileo Galilei. Okay, he invented the laws? Galileo Galilei.
Galilei.
Yes, Galileo
Galilee.
I actually don't know the proper spelling. I guess it is written in your book. You can check. Okay. But the pronunciation goes like this: Galileo Galilei. Okay. So he invented this through some experiments. Inshallah, we will see what are the laws in the future classes. Inshallah. Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
inshallah, whatever we discussed today, kindly revise it and try to understand what is actually acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So that it becomes easier to understand what are the very much. Any question? No?
Sir, what
No,
did you
sir.
say?
I asked, do you have any question to ask? Go ahead.
No, no.
No, sir.
No, sir.